Well, I have some news. I got a new friend, but it's not a person, it's a thing. So I've been thinking about getting a wheelchair for a while because I'd had to hire one a few times, and when I calculated the costs like $50 for 1 week at this place. So, oh, how many times am I gonna keep hiring a wheelchair for either special events or for just getting around the shops or for life in general? And okay, that's so expensive, right? And so I researched about wheelchairs, and I had a fight with my physio. Well, not a fight, but anyway, we came to a compromise. So today is like the unveiling of my wheelchair. We managed to test it out in the shop, negotiate on price, and so I've got a wheelchair now, and I like to introduce you to my chair, and this will be a great memory for me of when in the future I'm like completely better and I can look back on this experience with fond memories. So let's see if I can be smart enough to show you my chair. And I've got a cushion for it as well. And they wanted to sell me like this $300 cushion, and I didn't even want to pay that much for a wheelchair. So I can easily just get in. And that's my house my parents' house in the background. So if you're trying to stalk me down and Google Street View, that's what it looks like. So now I'm in my chair and it's awesome. So I'm still getting used to it. It moves much easier than the chairs that I've hired before. And it's this snazzy red color. Orange. Why did my brain say red? I'm having this problem where my brain supplies the wrong word. You know, like fridge instead of microwave, or... Yeah, it's happened a few times. I can't even remember the last one now, which I wanted to tell you about. So I've got this chair, and so because I like doing research, I researched about different kinds of wheelchairs, and I want to increase my arm strength. So I got one that you can actually, it's called self-propelled. You can, spin the wheels yourself, but it's fine if you want to get a transport one, an assisted one where just someone pushes you, or you need an electric one or a scooter or something. But for me, I wanted to have something I can use temporarily for trips and getting around in general. And hopefully as my strength improves and my walking gets better, then I can graduate and sell this on to somebody else who needs it. So, and check this out. It's got a seatbelt. One day I'll make a super awesome video, like speed, and buckle up everybody. So that's good. And I thought I would it's even got these back pockets. How cool is that? I'm not advertising this brand or anything, but I hunted a lot to try and find what's a good one for me and the right size. And you can get really expensive ones, but I didn't want such an expensive one. So ideally I would show myself like doing donuts around the street, but I don't think I can hold my selfie stick and wheel at the same time. But I'll figure out a way that I can take you around places, because I'm going away on a holiday with my family and my best friend, well, one of my best friends, for the next few days, and maybe I'll make a whole different video about that. But this is just, hello, I got a wheelchair, and I'd love to have your ideas for a nickname, because Larissa, if you see her videos, she named her rollerator, and I want to have a fun name for my chair. So it's not just, oh, that thing that I need and we have to put it in the car, and but for me it symbolizes freedom and independence, because there's some things that I want to do and I can't. It's just impossible for me to walk that far, or like it means choosing to do something or to just stay at home by myself because I can't do that thing that my friends are doing, and that's been really hard actually. Things that you want to do that, well, I know it'll take me so much energy to just get ready and go and be present with people for half an hour, let alone the energy of walking that, that distance in a busy place. That is just, well, I can't do that thing because just the walking alone will take so much energy from me that I don't have the energy to enjoy doing something. So yeah, back when I was around the time that I was in hospital, and I had a wheelchair. Maybe it was before I went into hospital. My friends, if you're watching this, you'll know when it was. Memory problems. Hashtag so FND. So went to the movies with my friends, and this shopping centre is really busy, and even just to get a car park spot and then walk from your car into the shopping centre to then go to the movies, and then going up and down to find the food for dinner and getting snacks from the supermarket. Just the thought of that was so overwhelming to me. And then that was the week that we had hired a wheelchair, so I'm actually I can go out to the movies and enjoy time with my friends and use the accessible bathrooms, use the elevator. And my friends were so generous to like run and get things for me or help me do what I wanted to do without patronizing me. And yeah, there's a great video which was on Australia's ABC called You Can't Ask That, and they had like interviews of people of different minority groups, asking them questions that maybe people are always thinking but it's rude to ask, or people have actually asked them, like, what's wrong with you? Why are you in a wheelchair? And oh, hello, nice to meet you. So those kinds of questions that maybe you always wanted to ask but you felt uncomfortable asking, or you just shouldn't ask those things. And my favorite episode actually is the one about wheelchair users. And for me, it taught me a lot before I started using a chair. And like for some people, their disability or their illness is very obvious. Oh, you're using a wheelchair, you must have something wrong with you. But then, like for those of us with FND, some people, we don't use any like walking aid to get around. And so we have like an invisible illness where no one can tell necessarily what's going on with you or that you're even unwell. And it's not until something crazy happens that, oh wow, this person is really sick. So when I've turned up to an event in a wheelchair, then it's like, oh wow, Lenny is legit sick. Like, wow, we didn't realize she's actually sick. And so I have kind of the two extremes of frustrations. One is that, you know, I have this invisible illness that people don't see unless they're with me and then they see those symptoms. And that's why I want to make the videos showing my symptoms so that others who have the same problems can see I'm not crazy. This girl on the other side of the world has that too. And for my people that know me to understand what it's been like, especially when I can't get out and see people personally or explain what has been happening, so they can just see my videos and understand a bit more. Okay, and then the other extreme is like if you're a wheelchair user or you're, you know, permanently living with a disability, people just see that and they just see the outside and they just see what's right in front of them and immediately make assumptions and judgments. So when you see someone who's using a wheelchair, or when you see someone who looks like they have an intellectual disability, what's the first thought that comes into your head? And unfortunately, often we pity people or patronize them, and I'm just as guilty of this as anybody else. So instead of having like a invisible illness, it's like this is the only thing that you focus on rather than seeing the person. So it's all about seeing the person, not seeing the disability. And I just love the people who were interviewed on that show who gave their answer and they shared their stories about their experience, and just like, hey, treat me like a normal person. You know, you can reach out and shake someone's hand. Just talk to them like a normal person. And oh, you've got wheels there and you're sitting down on something. Oh, I wonder if this person can talk or like knows what's going on at all. And hey guys, we just need to relax and treat people like people. So yeah, I have also having the fun experience of having wacky hairstyles in the past. I used to have dreadlocks, and living in a foreign country where just because of my appearance I can stand out a bit. So I've had positive and negative experiences before of getting attention or feeling like people are staring at me. Sometimes it's because of what I've chosen, like my hairstyle, or sometimes it's something I can't change, like my basic appearance and skin tone, or the shape of my wonderful large nose. So yes, I feel like this wheelchair is just another layer of who I'm going to be for a little while, and I'm excited. So I've been thinking about nicknames. I have one idea, but I might save that to see what ideas you come up with. Maybe you have a better idea of a nickname for me. So I'm looking forward to going away and experiencing some different freedom to get around and enjoy things and save my energy while still doing my exercises, what I need to do. So I'll leave it there for now. Bye!